Okay, everybody hear me from everywhere? Can you hear me okay? Yes. They can hear me over there. They can hear me in the living room. So everybody can hear me everywhere. I added speakers throughout the house so that this very important announcement could be made and everybody could love it. All right, here we go. We got, it's now 5:19. Now, solstice celebrations traditionally have fires lit, bonfires, right at sundown. Now I'm going to tell you right now, we might miss it by a few minutes because I have more to say than I usually say. That's okay, that's all right. This is just the payment you have to pay to come to this party. You have to listen to me for a little while, but that's okay. And this right now is the only time during the entire party when the focus is on one particular activity. Because later on I'll tell you what all the activities will be, and they're going to be great, and everybody's going to have a good time, and there's no excuse for not to. Because if you don't like what you're doing, you can go someplace and do something else. In the house. I'm not talking about leaving. Well, you can do that too. I can't stop that. But anyway, I hope everybody found a parking place okay. And I hope the car's still there when you get back. Yeah, it's pretty loose around here. Got some great neighbors. Look out for each other and don't bother each other so much. And believe it or not, we don't have an HOA here, so we're really friendly. So that's good. I'm going to start reading this right at the time for solstice, which is in about 2 minutes. So right now I'm going to open up questions. Anybody have any questions before we get started? Anybody here for the first time? Yeah. Thanks. All right. Now this thing's gonna really get going a little bit later, as you might see. And it goes for a long time. You know?
Till they ask you to spend the night.
That's fine.
Or get the hell out. There you go.
Now, the weather was kind of in and out, and it came in and it left, so it's out, and that's great. And I couldn't ask for better. I mean, I could have asked that we had it like on last Wednesday. That would have been cool, because 75 degrees. But we used that time to our advantage to make all the preparations that you see. Now, they may not be all that obvious to you, but that's because we did such a good job. All right. And Nancy is here, and I'll be talking about her. And this thing's going to get started. Okay, I'm going to get started right now. It is now 5:23. What that means is, yes, that's what it means. Now, the official solstice, I'm going to be talking about solstice in a minute. Official solstice starts, it's just a moment in time. It's not even a moment. And it's happening a little bit later tonight, and you'll find out about it. Welcome, everyone. Tonight the sun sets at 5:23, and by the way, that's not the earliest time the sun is set. That was like a week ago. It's kind of strange. It rose this morning at 7:21. I don't know because I never see the sun. All right. Today is the day that winter solstice occurs. Axial tilt is the reason for the season. So it is. But the winter solstice is only a moment in time. It is the exact time that the Earth's axis is tilted furthest from the sun. This year, that moment occurred at 1711 Greenwich Mean Time, which I say hasn't occurred. Maybe it has already. We are behind them about 7 hours. And so, it's already happened. Yeah, that's right. Math is hard. Okay. It's about 7 hours ago. All right. If you happen to be at the equator and under the sun when this occurs, you'd see it at 23 degrees and 26 minutes. If you're at the equator, the sun would be at 23 degrees from the vertical. Okay? If you are in the Tropic of Capricorn when it occurs, the sun would be directly overhead. Straight up. And if you are north of the Arctic Circle, you wouldn't see the sun at all. Just the way it is. That's why we live here. All right. Even at noon local time, you wouldn't see the sun. In the northern hemisphere, this is the darkest time of year. It is the first official day of winter. It is traditional during this time of year to celebrate but not everybody celebrates the same thing. Most of us here are skeptics, and many of us don't have a belief in any God or gods. Those few here that do have a religious belief are welcome too, because this is a winter solstice celebration, and winter solstice is a solar event. While we have many different beliefs, we're all human, and we owe our continued existence to the sun. This is the time to consider the end of a solar cycle and the beginning of a new one. From this day forward, the days will start to get longer. Not much, but they're going to get longer. The first differential of the equation that describes the north-south excursion of the sun over the surface of the earth is very near zero today. But that will change tomorrow. Today was 1 second shorter than yesterday, and tomorrow will be 1 second longer. Therefore, while there are many different celebrations occurring this holiday season, from the Christmas to Kwanzaa, from Hanukkah to Festivus, it is best to celebrate the winter solstice, because it's the only celebration that's common to all humanity. You'll notice that we have 2 Christmas trees in our house. And if you haven't, you can see them. Our trees come from the distant PVC forests of China. And they're decorated with love and LED lights. One is eclectic, multicolored, has a wide variety of ornaments. The other is Nancy's designer tree with warm white lights and red and gold ornaments. Now, during the dark days surrounding the winter solstice, people would often gather green plants to symbolize life's triumph over the dreary days. Green foliage was part of the Roman Saturnalia celebration. The Druids in Great Britain used evergreen boughs over the doors to keep away evil spirits. Now, we buy them in containers and bring them in, but that's okay. Okay, legend has it that in 1500, Martin Luther brought an evergreen into his house, and decorated it with candles to recreate the awe that he felt when he saw a stand of fir trees with snow on their branches glowing in the moonlight. He also motivated the creation of fire departments. Okay, having a modern Christmas tree dates back to the 16th century in Germany. They were brought to America in 1700 by German immigrants. We have some neighbors that are, I'll tell you about that. The first Christmas tree in the White House was under President Franklin Pierce during the mid-1850s. Calvin Coolidge started the National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony on the White House lawn in 1923. Now, in short, we are unapologetically own Christmas trees. Before we get this party started, I want to chat with you fine folks for a bit while I identify some standout volunteers that are responsible for all the good things we enjoy in the Tucson free-thinking community throughout the year. Now, Nancy is our hostess tonight. She deserves thanks for the work that she has done. For the work that she has done and will do to support this event, but she deserves thanks for her behind-the-scenes support. There are a lot of things that she does that are easily swept under the rug. For example, you may not be aware that she has donated many prizes to the Secular Student Alliance for Brother Jed's event, which is coming up really soon, and FreeThought Arizona Book Fair. The Tucson Atheists, Skeptics of Tucson, FreeThought Arizona, and the Secular Student Alliance at the U of A all have benefited from Nancy's work. I know I don't have to say it, but sometime tonight, take a look around and see what's being provided to you for your winter solstice enjoyment. Then try to imagine what this celebration would look like without Nancy's hard work. After you do that, please take a moment and thank Nancy for the work that she has done. Now, on a sort of a sad note, last year when I was talking here and getting ready to start this wonderful fire that, by the way, Philip has built for us, Ken Morris was standing right over there by that tree. Now, he's not going to be with us this time. He died this year, and I'm going to miss him. I just thought I'd mention that at this point. Now there are a lot of other volunteers that we owe thanks to in our community, and you know what? They are volunteers, and the only pay that they get is appreciation for the work that they do. Okay. In the Tucson Atheists, there are 12 assistant organizers. Some are a little more active than others. Philip McDuff, who built our fire here, our fire marshal tonight, he runs the Drinking Godlessly event, and it's one of our most popular events in the Tucson Atheists. You should check it out. I think we had 28 people there on Thursday. 29. So they like us there. They call us the A-team, and they try to take care of us. It's a good deal. We push most of the tables together, and we take over the whole floor. We just hang out. Now Wade is the coordinator for the Westside Tucson Atheist meeting, and he's been doing it for about a year, and it's growing in popularity. So if you don't want to drive all the way out to the Denny's, out on the west side, he's been running an event at the Shanty, which may not change. The assistant organizers in Tucson Atheists, they have the ability to pick wherever they want to have their meetings, and right now we're having it there. Patrick Sterling won't be here tonight, but he's doing a great job as the Tucson Atheist Movie Night coordinator, and he took over the existing event after it had passed through a few hands. Tony Larson is here. She was the one who was running it for the longest time, and we really miss her doing that. She did it for quite a while, and she did a great job also. She's here. She came in early to help Nancy set up some of these things out here. All right, Nancy. There's another Nancy in the Tucson Atheists, and she's a real go-getter. She started a lot of different meetups. Right now she's running a group called Caffeinated Godlessness, and she took that event over from Jason. Jason's not here right now. He started Caffeinated Godlessness, and we have it on Thursday. You notice we have Drinking Godlessly on Thursday, and then the next Thursday we have Caffeinated, then we have Drinking Godless. And that's because for atheists, Thursday turns out to be Sunday. I don't know. We have our meetings. Well, Jason started the event, but he had to move up to Casa Grande. Now he's actually coming down to join us tonight, so say hi to him. Also thank them. Other volunteer leaders include Lisa. She's the organizer for the Tucson chapter of the Recovering from Religion group. She's also an assistant organizer for Tucson Atheists, other volunteers include Marilyn Brock, who's here. I heard her laughing a minute ago. And she set up some events for us in the past. And Rosemary Heather, who's getting started a grief support group that's going to take off real soon. America, she's not here yet. Is she? Is she here? Hi, America.
Hi.
Thank you for being an assistant organizer. Catherine Wick and Nate Campbell, we also call him the Enforcer. They're also assistant organizers. Okay, now FreeThought Arizona members are here, and they also have. Jerry Karches is the chairman, and I think he's coming tonight. Jerry, you haven't made it here yet. He's coming tonight. He's the chairman of the board of directors, and there's other people that are on. Diane and Steve Ewell, and between the three of them, FreeThought Arizona wouldn't be any place. So I don't know if Diane and Steve are going to be here. Jerry's supposed to drop by a little bit later, so we got to. If you see him, thank him for his fine work. Okay. Also in the FreeThought Arizona group, there's the board of directors, all volunteers, all working to support the thing. If Jerry and Steve and Diane are on the bricks, the mortar are people like Warren Tisdale and Gil Shapiro and Richard Johnson, Pete Hawkins, all longtime members of the board, and they perform valuable functions. Warren makes sure that the word gets out to all the membership. Gil Shapiro provides insightful commentary to the paper through his periodic op-eds that are always well received. Let's see. Sometimes they spark controversy, even within the board. You should hear some. Never mind. Okay, Richard handles the money, and Pete, he runs the highway cleanup operation along with other things. Now, the newest board member of the FreeThought Arizona is Patty Thompson. Also, Oliver Spires and Lisa Lawrence. Patty has taken on the very tough job of outreach. Oliver records and edits all of the FreeThought Arizona lectures. He's up on the thing right now. I'm waving to him. He's recording this right now. And he's great to come out and do this. He's in the middle of a move, and he's taking time to come out and join us with this. Lisa is the very newest member of the board. Let's see, not only are they quite a bit younger than anyone else on the board, I believe if you added their age together, they would still be younger than most of the board members. But also what makes them unique is they have small children, their own, not grandkids. And their perspective may be key to the future of FreeThought Arizona. All right. John Thompson and George Wheeler are responsible for the web presence of FreeThought Arizona, and they run the FreeThoughtArizonaMeetup.com website, as well as the FreeThoughtArizona.org. Now, I know I talked a little bit longer, but I wanted to thank the people who are out there doing those things, and you just doing them and doing them and doing them, and then they just never seem to get any recognition. So this is the time to think about last year, think about what they've done, think about what's going to happen in the future, because, you know, this is solstice time. This is the time of a new cycle of the sun. It's no coincidence that New Year's is around this period of time. It's no coincidence that the Christians celebrate Christmas around this period of time. This is a time when people come together and think about such things. Now, yes?
Biggest thank you goes to you.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Okay, tonight is the longest night of the year, and it's going to be a special one. All right? Aside from the fire, which is going to start in a little... I guarantee you, see, I'm at the end of the rope. I'm going to stop talking here in a minute. I just love this. All right, all right. Right after I get through talking, we're going to have this fire, and it's going to be a spectacular event, I'm sure. I have an air swimmer upstairs, which is a little parrotfish that's swimming around in the living room. We're going to have karaoke a little bit later, maybe about 8:30 or 9. Paul is going to be here singing in the front room for about an hour. Right? Here's Paul right here.
It's a sing-along.
It's a sing-along, so we're going to have some good time. He wants to do it inside. I don't blame him a bit. You know, the fingers and the cold and probably, you know, whatever. And so we're going to do that, and we're going to eat because there's lots of food that people have brought. Nancy has a couple of big hands. It's going to have a great. You're going to have a great time. I'm guarantee it. So, like I said, I didn't worry about lighting the fire right at 5:23. It's now 5:37. And, oh geez.
You need fire?
What's that?
You're looking for fire?
No, actually, I got, oh, Nancy, there was a jar of stuff that was over there. Oh yeah, that can come off. That will come off.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
I'm sure it will come off. Nancy, are you there? There was a little jar. It looked like somebody's ashes that was hanging over here. Did you see it?
Was it washing powder here?
I'm really hungry.
I really haven't seen it.
You got it? Okay. Last year we had a bonfire, and like I say, Philip takes care of this all year. And here's the ashes from the bonfire, right, from last year.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to add a little bit of this to carry on the spirit from last year. And hopefully we won't even have to use a match.
Tradition.
Hopefully, if we all concentrate and remember that bonfire, we'll have.
Everybody concentrate.
Okay, anytime now. Let's see.
You have a thing with fire, right?
What's that?
Because he's one of Satan's minions.
Sitting there.
Looks like I'm trapped. Dang.